Hi, my name is Chris, and I work at the circulation desk. Today, I'm here to introduce you to Zentangle. Zentangle is the art of making beautiful images by drawing structured patterns. I'm not a Zentangle expert, and I'm not a certified Zentangle teacher. So if you want additional information and more information, please visit www.zentangle.com. This website was created by the creators of Zentangle and has a lot of information on it. Links to materials, videos on how to, answers your questions, etc. So the first thing we'll need is some basic supplies, one being paper. We call them tiles. This is basically a 3.5 by 3 inch tile. They'll be rectangular or square, and some people use circles also. It's usually good high quality paper that won't bleed when you put ink on it. The next thing you'll need is a graphite pencil. You'll also need some pens. These are black ink pens. They are archival, they won't fade, and they won't bleed when you're working on your Zentangle. One of the last things that we use when we do Zentangles is a tortillon, and this is basically rolled up paper that was made into a pencil shape. There is no graphite in it. It's discolored at the bottom because I've already used this to do some shading on some other Zentangles that I drew. Basically, just a paper pencil. So for today's example, I'm going to use a large piece of paper so that you can see what I'm doing. Just so you know, there's no wrong or right way to create a Zentangle. You can be as creative as you want. You can do as little as you want or as much as you want. That's the beauty of it. It's fun because there's really no rules, which is kind of nice. So we always start out in the 4 corners with the corner dots. Now I'm going to use a pencil, which might make it a little difficult for you to see, but we always use pencil for the 4 corners and then for the borders. So since you can't see it, I'm going to use a magic marker, which is something we typically don't use because they're so thick and wide. But just for today's example, I'm going to use the magic marker so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay? All right, here we go. So we're always going to start out in the 4 corners with a dot in each corner. Then to connect the dots, we're going to just draw some borders. Okay. Next, and again, you would still be using a pencil, you're going to create some strings. And these are lines within your borders. So I think I'll make a string from there to there. And I think I'll have one come right down the middle. And then maybe I'll have one shooting off this way. Again, these would all be created using your pencil. Next, then, after you've created your borders and your strings, then you can start to create your tangles. And your tangles are made up of the patterns using dots, lines, curves, etc. within the areas that you use making the strings. I would be using, if I was making a small Zentangle, I would be using this pen. It's much smaller, but for demonstration purposes, we'll use a magic marker. So you can just start drawing any type of pattern you would like within whatever area you would like. Remember, there's no right or wrong way. So if you think you've made a mistake, just draw something different. Okay, and maybe up here, I would like to do some lines down. And so on. And you would continue, and you could get smaller and smaller into detail, into each space if you would like. And you could repeat that pattern over and over again. For shading, you would take the graphite pencil And say you want to have some shading in this area. You don't want to use the whole pencil to color it in, but maybe you just want to have a light gray. So maybe start at the top there, and then using your turtleone, your rolled up pencil, paper pencil, you would just take it to spread and shade the area and pull it down. That's basically how to make a Zentangle. Now let me show you some examples of ones that I've already done. Here's one that I did. And you can see a lot better here. Some of the patterns I created, some of the shapes. Like I said, you can do more or less. Here's another Zentangle I had done. And this one I did a little different border. And once again, you can see different shading in there, different shapes. And here is a Zentangle that I had done a couple years ago. And this one I put in a little frame. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. And this one contains a lot more detail. It took me a little longer to do. And then I put it in a frame. You put a little table. It was kind of cute. That's basically it in a nutshell. So if you wanted to take your tiles and create a mosaic, it would look something like this. This is a sample I printed out from online. I don't have enough of my tiles around to do this right now. Again, if you want more information on how to create a Zentangle, visit www.zentangle.com, and it'll give you lots of information on how to start and even where to buy supplies, even though basically you can go online to any craft store and find some of the materials that you'll need. Thanks so much. I hope you have fun. Take care now. Bye-bye.